Lisa Ward with Peachtree Positive right here in Peachtree Corners, Georgia. We're hanging out today on Technology Parkway. You can hear the cars going by. It's such a great busy day. But I want to tell you about the show. We've heard you. We know that people are sick and tired of all the negative news that's out there. We want to bring you something no matter what walk of life you're coming from that's inspiring, that's uplifting, that makes your day and makes life worth living. So check us out here on Peachtree Positive.
Hi, my name is Sam Hoover, one of your hosts here at Peachtree Positive. Today we're going to bring you two segments. In our first segment, we get a chance to interview the CEO of NanoLumens. NanoLumens is a great company that's based here in Peachtree Corners. They've been breaking ground with new technology. We're really excited to get a chance to hear from where they came from and what their strategy is going forward.
Good morning, everyone. This is Patrizia and welcome to the first edition of Peachtree Positive.
And I'm Sam Hoover, and today we're joined by Richard Cope, the founder and CEO of NanoLumens Display Solutions. So, Richard, first, I'd like to start off asking you, what does digital display solutions, what does that mean?
So digital display solutions are think of wallpaper. So everyone has their handheld phone, you've got your laptop, you've got your TV at home. We thought there was a need for digital wallpaper on floors, ceilings, and walls everywhere and every place.
Wow. Yeah, and we see that you've got that here on the ceilings and all over the walls. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Where did you first see the need for the innovation in the world of digital displays? I know you have 25 years of experience and 30 patents in the industry under your belt, but could you explain to our viewers in simple terms the technology behind NanoLumens?
Sure. In every science fiction movie you see, there's always big displays everywhere, and people are communicating with them, and they're communicating with the people. The question is, how do you do that economically? And we had an inspiration from Legos. Everyone likes Legos, and if you're clever, you can build anything with Legos. So we created a visual Lego. This is what we call a nixle. A couple bottles of wine and a patent search, and we came up with a name. But this is a thing that actually emits light and is flexible and bends, which is extraordinary because it's 6 layers of board material. This I can seam together, convex, concave, flat, endlessly, creating displays of any size, of any shape, of any curvature, anywhere in the world.
So impressive, so amazing.
I get the opportunity to go to the Battery once or twice a week. I work over that area. And I get to see that amazing baseball. So what was that like? What was the Battery deal like?
Well, the Braves wanted to create an iconic display as an entrance to the field, something that was different from everyone else. And yet they wanted to create a very lightweight structure that held it so it looked as though it was floating in air. We worked with them to create the structure, create the baseball itself, and then we are uniquely, with our patents that you referenced, able to create a 360-degree seamless display with no breaks that they can put their content on, welcoming the people to the field.
So Rick, here in Peachtree Corners, how many people do you employ?
In our facilities here, we have about 100 direct employees. But being a retired Marine Corps officer, I always like to have fewer, smarter employees directly employed and then leverage other companies around the world for their expertise. Because we're constantly innovating and changing our own products, we sometimes change the manufacturing or production process. And so I use the best there are for whatever I need. All the parts then that we design come back here to Peachtree Corners where they're assembled into a display like an automotive production plant, tested, packed, and shipped off to our customers around the world.
So you mentioned the fact that you have military experience. You were a Marine, a former combat commander. By the way, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
How does that really play into your role as an entrepreneur and here in the corporate business world?
Well, I was fortunate to be a Marine. And Marines teach entrepreneurship by leadership. In the Marine Corps, you're sent on a mission and they give it to you and you get authority and responsibility, and they then supply you with the resources necessary to go execute it. Business and startups and leadership are the same way. It's my job to take every individual in the organization, give them a mission, give them authority and responsibility to go do it, don't micromanage them, and then provide them the resources to execute it and stand behind and support them when they need help.
Besides your military background, word on the street is you're also an author. And would you be able to give us the Cliff Notes version of what you've written about in the third bucket?
I've always been, and our family's always been, very philanthropic, and that we want to help others, not just with money, but time. And working with a lot of business owners, I find that they're sitting on companies with locked up equity. There's equity in the company they're not using.
Right.
The third bucket is a parable about how to take that equity, using the tax code, be able to pay less taxes, give more away to those people that need it and want it and can use it, and have the skills and talents to go help others.
In the next 5 years, where do you see NanoLumens?
Well, remember, if you see every science fiction movie, there's big screens everywhere. Someone's going to create that future. We think we're the ones with the technology, with the team, and with the capabilities to be that world leader in immersive, engaging digital wallpaper everywhere.
How have you found Peachtree Corners to be as a city that's hosting your world global company?
Peachtree Corners is a wonderful place. It's in the woods. It's outside the Beltway. It's a place where folks like to live, like to work, and like to play. And it's easy to attract folks here because it's so nice and the economy is affordable and you can get a lot of house for your money. But now it also has a lot of entertainment and a lot of restaurants and a lot of hospitality, so you don't need to go someplace else to get all the things that you want.
That's right.
And the Peachtree Corners, now that they formed the government, has been very business friendly. And that's important because businesses are the ones that hire people and pay people and create the downward chain of goodness that happens from that.
Rick, do you have any words of inspiration for startups out there?
So entrepreneurship is hard. Everyone thinks they hear of the unicorns, but the unicorns are 0.1% of all the startups. Being a startup is like running a marathon. They think it's a 100-yard sprint or maybe a 440. It's really 26 miles. And so you're going to hit mile 13, you're going to be tired, you're going to be worn out, you want to give up. That's where perseverance comes in, and you need to continue on. It's lonely, it's hard, but being able to hire amazing people, inspire them, work with them, and create things that never existed before, and then be able to take some of that and give back to others who need that help is what's satisfying. If you're doing it for the money, you'll never be happy. If you're doing it for something larger than yourself, is where satisfaction and contentment comes from.
I hear a lot about your display solutions and the word intelligent a lot. So I'm thinking there's something more than just these big screens. I mean, what's intelligent about these screens?
So the screens are a platform. They're a thing that you look at and can be entertained by, but they're also intelligent in that we have devices on them that can sense who's in front of them. So if it's 14-year-old girls, we had to put 14-year-old girl content. If it's middle-aged guys, we put up middle-aged guy content. But then we can also see what you're doing. So if an advertiser is putting up an ad, we can see how long you stare at it. If ad A comes up and everyone likes it, we can report that back through our data analytics. If ad B comes up and instantly people turn away, that's also informative for our customers because then they can focus on the things that attract people and drive ROI.
So you're saying they're interactive and they basically communicate with the viewer.
Exactly.
Wow.
Rick, a lot of companies have digital initiatives. How does NanoLumens work with its customers to bring its visual solutions to life?
We engage with our customers, and the first thing we say is, what were you really trying to do? Because they originally had a vision, but they've kind of down-selected it based on what they thought was available. We show them some of the amazing things we've done around the world, and we say, let's go back to your original dream and see how we can create it.
Your product could be used by there are so many different applications for it. What would you say has been the most popular use of your visual displays?
That's hard to say because we're in so many different places. So retail, sports, church, lobbies, gaming, and they're all kind of equal, and we're seeing pulls in many directions, and including places where we never thought of before.
So Mr. Cope, thank you for taking time with us to speak with us today. Really appreciate having you with us.
Rick, we've had such a great time in this beautiful showroom of yours. It's truly magnificent, something to see and something to certainly be proud of in Peachtree Corners. We thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule.
Well, thank you guys for coming, and
today.
whatever we can do to help Peachtree Corners, we're here to do so.
Thank you.
My name is Sam Hoover, and this has been Peachtree Positive.
This is Patrizia signing off for the first edition of Peachtree Positive.